Did you ever think you would be free?
I hoped. Jack, I wasn't always in room. Got a chance.
I'm scared.
I know.
Room is an emotional triumph. Brie Larson's performance will take your breath away. Winner of audience awards across the country.
Jack.
Thanks for saving our little girl.
One of the best movies of the decade. It brings audiences to their feet with riotous applause.
I wouldn't have survived without him.
Room, rated R.
Hi, my name is Timmy Ngo, reporting for CalTV Entertainment, and I'm here today with Lenny Abrahamson, director of the film Room. So first off, I wanted to congratulate you on the film. I thought it was amazing, and I just left the theater and I was so like my breath, was speechless, and I still, days after, I was still thinking about the movie. So I just wanted to say good job on the movie.
Thank you so much.
No
That's
problem.
lovely to hear. Thank you.
So could you first just tell us a little bit about the film?
For me, it's a film about parenting, about being a child, about growing up, and a lot of very universal things like that, but it takes place in a very unusual context, which I think helps focus some of those themes in a way that, an ordinary situation might not. So it takes place in a locked, small room, the mother and son, and we gradually learn that the mother has, at some point in the past years, been kidnapped, and she's had a child during this time, and the child has grown up, who's now 5, and has never known anywhere else but this place. And the remarkable thing is that somehow this mother has managed to protect the child from the dark aspects of their lives in there, and to create the circumstances for a pretty functional childhood. And what the film does is it tracks their journey via an escape back out into the world, and looks at how they managed to find their feet and kind of establish some kind of hopeful forward momentum in their lives.
So I know you worked really hard to fight for this project because you really wanted to work on it, and I want to know what drew you to this story.
I read it and I absolutely fell in love with it. I think part of the reason was, I had my little boy, my little boy at that point was, I think he was just coming up to 4, so he's quite close to the kid in the novel, and I think something of my feelings for him, spread out into the fictional boy, and I just thought it was such an original and beautiful and intelligent novel.
So being a parent yourself, how did that inform your work on the movie?
First of all, in a really practical way, wrangling children, there's no better training in working with a child actor than and I sort of knew my little boy incredibly well, and I was used to sort of the kind of patience you need, and also a little bit about how anxiety shows itself in a child, so that I could tell if Jake, our actor, was worried about something, and I think it was just more empathetic to him.
So this movie has been getting a lot of deserved acclaim and recognition, and your last movie, Frank, also got a lot of recognition. So do you feel any pressure going into your next movie, or
I feel pressure on every movie because you put so much into it, and there's always a point. I don't know whether it's just it's a quirk of my nature, but there's always a point before I shoot everything where I think this is going to be a career-ending disaster. I always think I say things to people close to me like, well, it's too late to turn back now, and I can always do something else, and But so I always feel that. In a way, I think having a number of films which work in a row, it does a bit like coin flipping. People think if I've had 3 heads, it's got to be a tail.
Yeah.
So maybe there is that sort of anticipation of, one of them's got to go wrong sooner or later.
Thank you so much for your time, Lenny. Make sure to make some room on your schedule to catch Room in limited theaters October 16th and nationwide November 6th. Thank you so much, Lenny.
Thank you so much. Pleasure, Jimmy.
Pleasure.
In a one-of-a-kind event, these moviegoers will be able to sit in a D-Box, immersive, motion-activated chair and experience being inside a scene from the movie.